What up, what up, what up? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. Glad you could tune into it. If you like your news raw and uncut, you want to subscribe to this channel, do it right now. Also, whenever you find this platform and follow us there, feel free to repost this content, but give me credit. Cash App, TBTV Media. Also, I'm on Patreon, Tim's Take Live. So what I do is I give commentary and breakdowns on news, and I talk about politics, issues, pop culture, black culture. We do it like that here. Here's the thing, guys. I've been doing this for 10 years, covering politics and news. And I want to weigh into a topic that I heard discussed over the weekend. Dr. Umar talked about it on the Breakfast Club. It's about Coach Deion Sanders. Prime time. I'm old enough to remember when he was playing. It's a bad boy, man. Let me say this, man. You know, my position on this is something that I haven't heard before, and that's why I think it's important. I say, you know, is it too late to talk about this? Am I too late to the party? Should I weigh in? And I think I should, because I have not heard it articulated the way that I'm going to articulate it, if I do a good job. So let me know if I do a good job. Email me, DM me, put it in the comments, whatever. Check it out. What Dr. Umar said was that Deion Sanders is making a mistake and we have to hold him accountable because he's putting money before the children. He's putting money before his responsibility as a black man to the community. And a couple brothers, maybe it was Bomani, maybe in Bomani, Jay Williams. There's been other brothers that have weighed in and they said similar things, but they were more along the lines of, Deion promised to do certain things. He made a certain covenant with the people. He made a certain commitment to the people, and now he backtracked from that, and that's what made this not a good look for Deion Sanders to coach at Jackson State and then go to Colorado. My stance hasn't changed, but it has evolved. Part of the reason for my evolution on this subject with Deion Sanders is that there are people that I feel are underdeveloped in this issue. The things that they're saying don't make sense. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm black. I'm a black man. I don't know if you're black, but I'm black. I'm very black. I was born black. I'm going to die black. My mom is black. My wife is black. My kids are black. I drive a black house. I drive a black car, live in a black house. I'm wearing a black hat. My thoughts are black. My dreams are black. My fears are black. Black, black, bliggity, black, 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 black. Power to the people. So we got that out the way. Here's the thing. I heard people say things. Dumb poor black people things. They were saying things like, why they gotta hold black people to a high standard? Why black people have to jump through hoops? Why black people gotta jump through hoops? Calling a black man a sellout because he's not giving back to black people. This is from grown-ass black men. Now, it's one thing when I hear the kids make these comments. I get it. Like, young people, they say things that don't make sense. But old people like Stephen A. Smith, I know he said it. Folks, you black. Man, you are black. You will forever be black. I'm sorry it's not the same as being white. It just ain't, brother. It'll never be that. I'm sorry that you get held to a high standard. We have to. We have to survive. We have to survive in a climate of disenfranchisement, obstacles, pitfalls, snares, hunters, predators. That's the black existence. I'm sorry it's that way. I didn't make it that way. I didn't make you black in America. I didn't make you black in the world, brother. But you are black. We are black together. I'm not sentencing you to something that I'm not also a part of. So you can't walk around delusional making statements like, why are we holding Deion Sanders to a higher standard? We have to hold him to a higher standard because for black people to continue to exist, and if we're ever to get out of the abyss of the system that we're in, we're going to have to band together. Once upon a time, black people knew that. Once upon a time, black people knew that it took black people to survive. When they set us free, with no money, no shelter, no civic, no public goods, no welfare, no housing, no nothing. No nothing. It was black people banding together. And that's the only way that black people survived the winters. It's the only way we fed ourselves, clothed ourselves. We took care of one another. We had to. It's the survival instinct of a people that have been marginalized very distinctly. We didn't get casinos. We got jail cells. We didn't get internment camps. We got mass incarceration. And we got lynched. That's what black people got. We didn't get mean words and fists. We got Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre. We got the bloody 1920s, the 1910s, the 1890s, the 1930s. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, Florida, Oka-E, Florida. Look them up. It's not just Tulsa. There are many other places where black people were killed, ran out of their homes, nothing, left with zero. Build a business, build a family. In come the whites, take it all. And I mean every bit of it. 200 black people killed, 100 black people killed, 70 black people killed. Ran out of their homes for 60 years. No blacks in Portland. This has been the struggle of black people in America. And I'm sorry if it makes you uncomfortable if you're a white person watching, but you are a visitor. You are a visitor. So soak it up, baby. Rub some of this blackness on you. Learn something. Deion Sanders owes black people because he has to owe black people because we need him to owe black people because he is a black man and he should understand the plight of those black students that he's teaching. He should understand the necessity of him. He is blessed beyond measure because he can give back to his people in a very unique way. I think a part of a black man dies when he can't give back to his family or his community. Why else do we do the shit we do? A part of you dies when you can't provide for your family in the way that you know you are, that is in your body, your soul, your spirit to do. Deion Sanders does not have that problem. So he has the responsibility, and yes, sometimes, I guess you could call it a burden. I would say it's a burden, but it's a gift as well, to give back. He must give back. So he was wrong to leave and go to Colorado and run over with the snow bunnies to run for the money. Yes, why? Because he's black, and damn it, he knows he's black. And he quotes enough scripture. He knows what you reap, you will sow. So Deion Sanders knows this in his heart of hearts. I'm sure he knows, he's aware of the fact that he's a black man, and to whom much is given, much is expected. You don't get to live your life like you are white when you are not white. You don't get to act like you're an individual just running through life and all you gotta do is take care of your family and kids. That ain't the way black people have made it to be in existence in the year 2022. You ain't alive still. You aren't able to be Deion Sanders if it wasn't for black people looking at life different than that. Somebody on a slave ship may have taken a lash for you. Somebody on a plantation may have taken a lash for you. Somebody may have pushed you out the way and got eaten by hounds. Eaten alive. You have no idea what your ancestors have been through. Because we don't know the stories. We don't have the individual records of everything that has happened. But one thing we do know is that we are black. And we carry that. And we know that, man. We know that shit. It is. It's not the way I want us to be, brothers and sisters. It is the way it is. You cannot pretend that you are anything other than who you are. And in your heart of hearts, you know that you are black. You know that our obstacles are different. The road we travel is much more arduous. We understand it. We don't like it. We don't want to accept it. But you can't run from it. You can't run fast enough. You can't escape it. It's all around you. It is you. It is this place. It is this existence. Will it ever change? I don't even know, bro. I have no idea if it'll ever change. But I know it is the way it is today. That I know. Now, here goes the other part of that. Besides, okay, Deion, you were wrong for leaving. You should have stayed at the HBCU. Fuck going to coach the white kids to coach them up. Fuck taking the bag. Fuck a bag. You get the bag later. Because you have an obligation to build something. You had an obligation. You did the wrong thing. He did the wrong thing. Yes, I understand what a white guy can do. Yes, I know there's many white guys who would have taken the bag. Yes, I know. But Deion Sanders is not white. He's black, and he's Deion fucking Sanders. Well, Tim, that's a lot of weight for one person to carry. This is too much. Yes, I know. Blackness is heavy. I didn't make it that way. I'm not responsible for it being that way. Me ignoring it does not change the gravity of the heaviness. If you ignore it and you try to walk away from it, it's tapping you on the shoulder. Black man, it comes to you at the dark of night. In the middle of the night, when no one else is talking to you, you hear Paul Mooney's voice. You know what it is. Stop acting like you don't know. You know that white people don't love you like you love them. You know they don't care about you. It takes a nigga to love a nigga. Come on, nigga. Keep it real. Nobody lives up to it fully. This shit that I'm setting up, this level, no one lives up to it fully. None of us can live up to it fully. We will all fall short of doing everything that's possible for us to do to help one another. I know we will never accomplish it all. When I was 17, 18 years old, I had a friend named Joe. Joe wanted, him and his brother lived with their mother. Section 8, broke. He was contemplating selling drugs. I think we all were doing a little dirt. But he was really trying to get into the drug shit. And I was telling him, that's not the way to go, bruh. I said, Joe, you don't need to do this, man. This ain't gonna be good for you, bro. He said, man, I don't have no choice, man. I got to do something. I got to get out of this situation that I'm in. Nobody's coming to help me. And I said, brother, you got to help yourself. Ain't nobody coming to get us. Ain't nobody going to help us. He was livid. The brother was off the hook. He was crying, yelling. Brother, why can't nobody come help us? Why ain't nobody helping us? Why ain't they giving back? Why aren't they coming back, Tim? I said, bro, fuck them. You got to do it. We got to do it on our own. It ain't up to them. I was wrong. I was wrong and I was right. You do have to do it on your own. But they should come back and they should give back. And we should help one another. It should not all be on us because we ain't big enough to do it alone. That's what the caskets are for. That's what the shootings are for. It's brothers trying to do it on their fucking own, and they can't. Whether they're navigating the environments full of violence and oppression, or it's lack of opportunity. It's shit schools because we don't have good jobs that pay great wages, so that we can buy better homes, so they can raise the tax bracket. So we have better schools. Because the schools have more money, they hire better teachers, therefore we have better schools. If you don't have better jobs, you can't buy better homes, which raise the tax bracket, which makes it better schools because you have better teachers. It's better teachers can make better students, and better students make people that go out and get better jobs. And if you get better jobs, you make better pay, and better pay, you buy better houses, and better houses, you get higher tax bracket, and higher tax bracket means better schools, and better schools can pay more money to get better teachers, and it keeps going around, and all of that leads back to discrimination and Jim Crow and mass incarceration and every other iteration of degenerate neglect, benign neglect, and every other social ill laid upon black people that we did not ask for. And people say, I don't understand the problem. What's wrong? Just pull yourselves up. You can't get through all that shit alone. We need each other. We might not have white people with us. We might not have the Asians with us. We might not have the Native Americans with us. But we got to have us with us. And if we lose that, we lost it all. We really have nothing then. So we can't have people like Deion Sanders, anybody else running around thinking they don't have an obligation. But the truth is, none of us will live up to it fully because we are flawed. And we all have things we want. And we can't be thinking about each other all the goddamn time. You gotta tip out the door and get a drink sometime. You gotta put on an old Nas record and have a good time and live vicariously through some cool-ass Snoop Dogg lyrics or something. You gotta puff pass on some shit. Some good weed, some Cali weed, or some Maryland weed. They got some good shit too. We're gonna fall down and make mistakes. We're gonna feel like not doing it sometime. We're gonna focus on ourselves and go buy that chain or that watch or them spinning rims or something. We're gonna fuck up sometime. And you know what? That's okay, because you know what? You can't escape your blackness forever. It comes back. And you know what you do? You know what? You have a conscience because within you, you know it's right. And at some point, you give more. Because the books ain't straight. And you know they're not, so you're going to give more. I've done it. I've helped a black person wouldn't have shouldn't have, who turned around and spit on my hand or I tried to go in my pocket or sold me out for some white folks so they could get a little bit of extra butter on their biscuits, threw me to the wolves. It all has happened to us because it's in us. I said, why can't I just go be a white guy and not give a fuck about blackness, about black issues, about black people? And my wife turned to me and she said, it's because you're a black man that love your people, baby. Because I have a plan all mapped out, how I'm going to get this paper. All mapped out, it looks good. Oh man, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna dominate. The sky's the limit. I'm gonna kill it. And then a black issue will come up, and I'll be like, God damn it, I gotta talk about this. They shot that boy's brains out in the street. And I can't let it go unanswered. Now I gotta alienate all the white people that follow me because I gotta cover this. But if I don't cover this, I can't fucking sleep. You can't escape who you are. So even when you fall down, Deion Sanders, and many others, Tim Black, all of us, even when you fail to reach this greatness level, this level of love and empathy of all things and supporting of your sisters and brothers at every turn like you should, and give it till it hurts, and give it even more then. There's always more to give. There's always more people that need your help. There's always more inspiration you can lend. It's an ear. It's resources. It's your time. It's your guidance. It's your tutelage. It's all those things. And even when you fall short, you'll make it up on the back end because you are black. And unless you fall into another time and space and travel to another realm tomorrow, you will remain black. And if you have consciousness, at some point you will give back. You will give more because you know there are more obstacles for the blacks. There's more struggle for the blacks. And you are much more needed for the blacks. And it sounds like a burden because it is. But you know what else I know? Black love is a beautiful thing. You'll never be more loved and respected, adored, appreciated, than you are by black people. Ask Gary Owens. So Deion Sanders, he was wrong. I'm not saying cancel him. He's trying to apply white rules to his black ass. And that ain't how it works. And that's not just me talking. It's going to be him talking to himself. He'll be watching something. And it'll come on the screen. Damn, bro. I got to do better by my people.